In this episode of our Shaping Your Sound video series, we'll look at a parametric equalizer, or parametric EQ for short. This cool tool offers surgical precision compared to the fixed frequency bands when using a graphic EQ, which we reviewed in the last episode. So let's dive deeper in this MVOBB Pro Tips video. Parametric EQ provides three controls: frequency, gain, and Q. Frequency is often shown on a graph like this, with low frequencies like 30 Hz on the left and high frequencies like 20 kHz or 20K on the right. With this multi-band parametric EQ plugin, you first click to turn on a frequency band here. Then either slide to choose a frequency or set it directly here. To hear the effect, you must set the gain. Now, the distance from this center horizontal line shows the amount of gain, either cutting a frequency by dragging it lower, or boosting a frequency by raising its value. A value of 0 means no change. Now, typically, the amount of change is measured in decibels, or dB, shown here. The third control, called Q, sets the bandwidth around the selected frequency. Let's set a wide range with a low Q value, and listen as we sweep or move through a frequency range. Now, set a higher Q value, a narrower range, and listen again as we sweep through the frequencies. Higher Q values affect a narrower notch in the sound, instead of moving a large block of frequencies as in the wider Q value example. This gives you finer control over your sound. Once you understand these three controls, you can use parametric EQ to address specific frequencies that you hear or that show up on your spectrum analyzer. Now, some of these terms may sound complex, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really useful and even fun to be able to dial in your sound. So here are a couple of ideas to get you started. To add clarity, try a 3 to 5 dB boost sweeping around 2 to 6 kHz. But be aware of the effect on sibilants, that harsh, unpleasant sound that can happen during consonant syllables like S, T, and Z. To help with muddiness, cut 3 to 5 dB around the 250 to 400 Hz range. As you do this, adjust your Q setting, narrower or wider, and listen to the effect on your voice. Now, this particular plugin offers multiple bands of parametric EQ, shown here as 1 through 5, plus high and low for a total of 7 bands. To turn it on, simply click one. In this case, band 3. It's often a good plan to apply more than one band of EQ to clean up different trouble spots in your sound. You may want to start cutting narrow bands instead of boosting wider ranges. This is what I meant earlier by cleaning up your sound with surgical precision. At some point, your ears will begin to fatigue. In other words, after a while, you can't tell if you're improving the sound or not. So take a break and get away from listening for 15 or 20 minutes. When you come back, your ears and your brain will have reset. Then check your sound, both with and without EQ, to make sure you're making positive progress. Remember to save settings that you like as a preset for instant recall. This will save you time and add consistency while improving your sound. Once you understand how parametric EQ works, it may become one of your most favorite tools in your sonic arsenal. Next up in this how-to series, we'll open the topic of using a noise gate. See you then.